Hello, and welcome to my channel, The Retired Guy. Uh, we had an issue with shelving, I guess, in one of our storage area, and we're definitely not using the vertical space. And I looked at different shelving options, and really expensive stuff, and then you got to work quite hard, I guess, to put it all on the wall. I wanted those free floating shelves. But then I saw this on Amazon, and this is like a one-piece unit, and I'm gonna assemble it here and hope it works out. It looks pretty sturdy. It says it's 250 pounds per shelf, and a maximum of 1,250 pounds. So should be good. So it's well wrapped, as you can see. We've got the instructions. It's pretty sturdy. Looks like it's made in Vietnam. In parts. What I find interesting is that there are no screws. No screws and no tools needed. Instructions. Looks pretty clear. They're only in English. And warranty 3 months. With a return policy. So see the shelves. I'd say it weighs about 5 pounds. They have two different colors. They have the silver and they have black. Yes, we chose silver. It is interesting the way it's designed. It's nicely wrapped, nicely protected. It's interesting that it says bottom, bottom on both sides. Not too sure. We'll figure it out. Those are the clips that hold, I believe, the shelves in place. That's all there is. They call them locks. So there's 40 of them plus 2 extra. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shelves are packed with these plastic things just to protect just for packaging, for shipping. And they say to just throw those away. They're not used for anything. Those are the legs, or yeah, I guess you call them the legs. This is probably pretty heavy. I don't know, another 5 pounds maybe. Like I said, it says bottom on both of them. Not sure what this means. Bottom pole. Oh, I see. Those are the bottom ones, and the others are going to be going on top. The top ones. I get it now. Okay. Nicely wrapped. At the bottom, there's a leveler, I guess, to make the legs level. Not the legs, but the shelf level. So those are the bottom. Don't need those. Start off with all of these tightened. Okay. And where do we go from here? Now we got to look at these little things. They're called locks. They call them the locks. So this goes here. And there's a little, you can't see it in the video, I'm sure, but there's a little piece of plastic that comes out a little bit. And here there's little indents, so it fits in there. And I suppose the other one goes over here and they clip together. And that should be enough to hold the shelf in place. Interesting. So they say to start at the bottom, and there's little indications on here also that says which way is up. So that's interesting. I'm going to go with, of course, they say to make sure that you use the same line. Yeah, so I have it on top. Like that, I guess. So it kind of fits like this. And you got to make sure to use the same line. I use the double one. Use the top. And the top. There's no snap though. I was expecting snaps. I think it's when the shelf goes on it that it snaps. It goes on it and there's nowhere it could go. It's kind of well thought out. So you just keep doing this. No, it's definitely the first time that I've built one of these that requires no tools. That's very interesting. I remember building things from stores that I will not name where it was very complicated. Okay, so I've got the 4 legs ready to go. I probably have an up and a down, I'm assuming. Yeah, so that's the top. It doesn't look like it, but it is level. Except for, of course, the corners. But yeah, it is level, and that's nice. There's no bumps. I guess there is bumps if you go this way. Okay, so basically we just got to put the legs in. The arrow says to go from here, from the bottom part. I could see that these here, where the legs go, you could see that they're kind of tapered. You know what I mean? Over here, it's tapered. So that's going to snap in place right there. Wow. Yeah, this is well thought out. And that's why there's no snap. There's no need for it. It's just held by its own weight. I'll just show it close up here. You can see the plastic lock is a little bit tapered. I don't know if you can see. And over here as well, this is a little bit tapered. And so when it goes in, it doesn't snap or anything. It's just held there. And it's going to stay there because of the weight of the shelf itself. And then, of course, whatever stuff you put on it. Very interesting. Okay, so I'm just trying to figure out here if you want to have the shelves equally distanced, let's say, right? There's 5 shelves. One's at the bottom and one's at the top. So it makes sense to have the middle shelf at the end of that because the top bars go after it, right? So these here are the top bars. It says top on it. And the reason that they are the top bars is only because there's this screw-in thing here that will be screwed right over there. So this is screwed in. This is the middle. This is going to be the middle of the shelf of the unit. So you're going to have one shelf over here. To make it equal, you just got to find the right middle over here. Let's say about here. There's going to be one of these. I think just to be safe, I'll just mark it. You can see that some of these have 2 notches. See? So that's helpful to help us determine, make sure that we're on the same notch on the other side later on when we do the other side, right? So here I'm 1 to the left of this notch, and this double notch in the middle. I'll mark this over here. Now, because of the way it's made, if you want to adjust that after the fact, it's going to be very easy. You just got to lift the shelf, make the adjustment, and put the shelf back on it. No screws, nothing. Very well thought out. So there's 1 bag for every shelf. Okay, so my notch is here. The top is that away. That's the bottom. So my notch is here. That. Same thing at the bottom. I got my double and then the single for my mark over here. Yeah, it's very well thought out, I gotta say. Here's the one thing is you can't pick it up like that if there's weight. It makes a lot of sense. But yeah, look at that. Already done half of it without tools. I'm impressed. I moved it obviously to be able to work standing. So these just screw in there, and they say the instructions to just hand tighten. You don't have to use tools. And it's all metal. There's no plastic. There's not one piece of plastic except the little clips. These screw in very nicely. No, no fooling around. Goes in very nicely. They say not to stand on these things. I could understand. The middle is, I mean, the whole thing could hold 250 pounds. But the middle, you could see it moves a bit. Definitely not as sturdy as a piece of wood. Okay, so let's do the other shelf. Our last shelf. Oh, very awesome. Very happy with that. So that's what it looks like now. No tools. No pliers, no screwdriver, nothing. Took me, well, while doing the video, it takes a bit more time, obviously, but you could probably do it in 15 minutes. So one of the reasons we wanted this is because of this mess over here. Starting to take pretty much all of our stairs. And we have this nice spot right over there where we're not using at all. Okay. So we're going to put the shelf right here. And later on, we might even put some more on this side. We have a bench here. We sit down and put our boots and stuff. But yeah, so we're going to use up this space. Yes, so much better. Lots of room to spare even. Yeah, isn't that great? So we could put so much stuff over here. Still have our bench. Very awesome. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. I enjoyed doing it. And yeah, just leave a comment if you liked it. Also, please like and subscribe. That would help me a lot. Thank you so much. Until next time.